Hello and welcome back for some more film trivia. With Halloween almost here, last time I gave you a creature feature horror film. This time I'm moving on to the sci-fi horror film. And what better sci-fi horror film to give you than what is arguably one of the best ever in the history of film, Alien. So here is the top 19 trivia facts for Alien. Number 19. According to Yaphet Kotto, Ridley Scott told him to annoy Sigourney Weaver off-screen so that there would be tension between their characters. Kotto regrets doing this because he liked Weaver. Number 18. Harrison Ford turned down the role of Captain Dallas, who would eventually be played by Tom Skerritt. Number 17. Ridley Scott stated that in casting the role of Ripley, it came down to Sigourney Weaver and Meryl Streep. The two had been classmates at Yale. Weaver won the role by giving her final speech at the end of the film. Number 16. This was the only acting role for Balaji Badeo, who plays the Xenomorph. Number 15. The blue laser lights that were used in the alien ship's egg chamber were borrowed from The Who. The band were testing the lights out in the soundstage next door. Number 14. In an interview with Metal Hurlant, Ridley Scott revealed that to make the action more realistic, the flight deck was wired so that flipping a switch at one console would trigger other lights at another console. The cast then developed work routines for themselves, as when one person would flip one switch, it would go to another console and they would flip the switches and develop the work from there. Number 13. The original cut of the film ran 3 hours and 12 minutes. Number 12. The Xenomorph has 4 minutes of screen time. Number 11. It was conceptual artist Ron Cobb who came up with the idea for the Xenomorph to bleed acid. This came about when screenwriter Dan O'Bannon couldn't find a reason as to why the Nostromo crew couldn't shoot the Xenomorph with a gun. Number 10. In H.R. Giger's original illustrations, the Xenomorph has eyes. For the film, H.R. Giger insisted that the Xenomorph have no eyes, thus giving the bleak appearance of a cold and emotionless killer. Number 9. After the crew awakens from hypersleep, Lambert announces that they are just short of Zeta 2 Reticuli. Zeta 2 Reticuli is a real double star system approximately 39 light-years from Earth and has featured prominently in UFO lore. In the 1960s, Barney and Betty Hill claimed that they were abducted by grey aliens from Zeta Reticuli. Number 8. Yaphet Kotto did a lot of improvising. When Ripley shouts at Parker to shut up after Dallas's death, Sigourney Weaver had already endured Kotto speaking over her dialogue several times. Number 7. The film takes place in 2122. Number 6. A sex scene between Dallas and Ripley was scripted to show how the crew would solve long periods of abstinence. Another reference to this is a deleted scene where Ripley inquires Lambert as to whether she has ever had sex with Ash. The scene was ultimately not filmed, but Ridley Scott revived the idea for Prometheus 33 years later. Number 5. The chest-bursting scene was filmed in one take with 4 cameras. Number 4. In the chest-bursting scene, Veronica Cartwright, who plays Lambert, screams when blood splatters over her. This was a genuine scream. The cast didn't expect so much blood and didn't know which way the blood would splatter. Number 3. In the chest-bursting sequence, John Hurt, who plays Kane, stuck his head, shoulders and arms through a hole in the mess table, linking up with a mechanical torso that was packed with compressed air to give the forceful exit of the Xenomorph and lots of animal guts. The rest of the cast were not told about the animal guts and all of the blood, as to provoke genuine reactions of shock and disgust. Number 2. The script by Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett had a clause indicating that all of the characters are unisex, meaning that they could be cast with male or female actors. Consequently, all of the characters referred to each other by their last name. The few gender-specific pronouns, he or she, were corrected after casting. However, Shusett and O'Bannon had never envisioned Ripley to be a female character. Number 1. Conceptual artist Ron Cobb came up with an explanation as to what happened to the space jockeys. At some point, a cataclysm causes the extermination of the adults in this unique race, leaving no one to tend and nurture the young. But in a dark lower chamber of the breeding temple, a large number of eggs lies dormant, waiting to send something warm. Years later, the space jockey race comes to this planetoid. The jockeys are on a mission of exploration and archaeology, and they are fascinated by this marvellous temple and unknown culture. One of them finds the egg chamber and gets face-hugged. He's rescued, but no one knows what's happened. They take him back to their ship and continue their exploration of the planet's surface. When the chest burster erupts from the jockey, it goes on a killing rampage until it is shot and killed. The xenomorph dies but immediately decomposes, and its acid eats through the whole of the jockey's ship, leaving them stranded on the planet. The jockeys radio out a message that there is a dangerous parasite on the planet, that nothing can be done to save them in time, and that no one should attempt a rescue. Then the jockeys slowly starve to death. So that concludes the top 19 trivia facts for Alien. Let us know what you think in the comments section below, and keep an eye out for more random film trivia as we're going on to our slasher one next time. So, also stay tuned, more trivia, reviews, etc. coming soon for Directive 4. So, give us a like, give us a share, subscribe to Directive 4, check us out on our social media platforms, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you very soon.